long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nix to the air. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Broncos.
To throw is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And the Broncos first down.
To throw, here's Nix. Sends it toward the sideline. That's where he finds Sutton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Back to the air with Nix. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Bo Nix as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. That is caught by Lamb. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Final play of the half. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right back to Dobbins on first. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
Dobbins will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. A short throw to Ingram. They'll wind up getting just a yard. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix will try and do this himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And now an audible here into something else.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Prescott now. He finds his man complete. It's Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Prescott. Try to set up a screen for Blue. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Now Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To the air again, Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And now they'll shift things around. Back to throw. Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 50-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Prescott now from the 50. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nick's going to keep this himself. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 53 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing Nix. And this will be caught. This time the 2-point conversion works, and it's 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to... And down his man, complete! Down to the 10, and he'll take it in into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 77 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
Broncos 14, Cowboys 6. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now Prescott. And with time quickly fading here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Nix. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half.
17, Cowboys 6. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And the Cowboy first down.
Yeah! There we go, sliding!
Lamb will go in motion. Throwing. Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Here's second and 7.
Here we go, 46.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Here's Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Yeah!
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. On play action, Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal, Dallas.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. On the RP, and a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Yeah, here we go.
Blue is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run. This is Blue. And this time he is in. Jaden Blue taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are back within a score. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
14. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
To throw is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's a give to Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. To throw, here's Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Ready.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once more with Harvey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now it's Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos.
Evan McPherson to kick off for
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Denver. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing up the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Ready.
A run with Dobbins. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Gain of 6.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbins. And he's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And An unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
And now, after that opening touchdown, the offense is going to stay out and go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Big 13.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. Finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go.
A gain of 34 yards.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's get set. 11. Stop. 180. Stop.
Burrow to throw. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Gun. Start. 180. Nice hot. Start.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. Now here's 2nd and goal.
11. MT. Take. Stop.
Brown.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now.
It is brought in the end zone. Andre Yosibach. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown, Bengals.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage, great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. And this one is no good. He can't convert the extra point, and this remains a tie ball game.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get pass interference or
he gets free.
To put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throw it. Nix. Out to his right. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. And that is incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
2nd down, Burrow. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Now, Burrow. He dives, and what a catch! It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Gun. Start. Wide 80. 11 empty. Start.
Play action now. It's Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
On one, ready? Here we go. Hey, can. Stop.
Burrow now. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of
A pickup there of 28 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide shot. Side.
They'll run here with Brown. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
On one, ready? Here we go. Start.
They go play action for Burrow. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he is close to the pileup, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's first and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have taken the lead by a point here in the third.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Gain of 4 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 4.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready. Return.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Hold on, set. Ready. 180.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Broncos 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hold on, set. Ready. 180.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Hold on, set. Ready. 180. Return.
They'll drop to throw. And caught on the right side by Sutton. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
30-yard line.
Hold on, set. Ready. 180. Return.
Here's Dobbins. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Hold on, set. Ready. 180. Return.
Throwing is Nix. He connects with Mims. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game.
9-yard line.
Here is 1st and goal. Dobbins. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit get closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll throw. It's Nix. He pulls it in around the 5. Oh, he's going to be taken down, and now they've got to spike it or get the field goal team out here quickly.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. To throw is Nix. Oh, my goodness, they were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.